Oh man, I think he singed the hairs.
Today we're on a mission to eat the most unique and surprising Egyptian foods. We'll eat at this place that specializes in the freshest meat.
This is a straight up camel steam room.
And this place that gives you an acrobat show before you eat.
The Hawawshi juggling.
Along the way, I'll show you what it's like to visit the 4,500-year-old pyramids. And at the end of this video, I'm taking you to a restaurant that might serve the best Egyptian food in all of Cairo.
And we're getting started with what I think you could call it an extreme Egyptian breakfast. Abanoob, good morning, man. Where are we at this morning?
We're at Kirdasa, and they're famous here for eating camel for breakfast, especially
Awesome.
camel liver.
And they cook it in a unique way, right?
Yeah, very unique way. You will see.
Okay.
واحد البيع
What's up, man? Oh man, this place is unbelievable. The fresh meat, you're just surrounded by fresh meat.
very nice.
What's up, man?
أحط بجدة.
Yes. But they're, the camels, the freshness of the meat. But how it works is it's a fresh butcher here at the front. And so people come to get meat, fresh meat in the morning, both camel and mutton. Oh, he wants to show us slicing. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a sheep right there. Wow. Everything intact. That is as natural as you get right there. Okay. They do have sheep, but they're most famous for their camel here. And this is just a butcher, so you can come here, you can buy your meat, and they just take a piece, whatever you want. They chop it up ninja style, but then they have a restaurant in the back. So we're gonna head to the back now. We're gonna see the whole process, but let's go order and let's see our meat, the meat selection that we order. Man, you have to navigate your way through the camels. Oh, so these are all the organs of the camel, from the heart to the lungs to the liver. Oh, that's the fresh camel heart. Oh man, you can see how fresh that is. It's glistening. Oh, we're getting the heart too. A portion of everything, a mix of everything. Oh, I think that's the camel, the hump?
Yes.
The fat, the hump. Oh, nice. So you get your selection of organs and everything is sliced up into bite-sized pieces. Oh man, that must be a razor-sharp knife. Just one slice. Oh, sashimi style. Yeah, that's extremely fresh. Look at that glistening, that shine. Camel spleen, yes. They take everything, they weigh it out according to how much weight you got. Then they slice it up into bite-sized pieces, slicing it thin with a razor-sharp knife. And then you've got your whole selection of all the camel. Now that goes to your table, which is a custom table with kind of a donut-shaped hole in the pan griddle on your table. And we're gonna see how they cook it in a very unique way. And their family have been preserving this recipe for 70 years. They invented this dish. It looks like the pan might have changed just a little bit, but the same recipe, fresh camel. Oh, he's cranking up the fire, and these are the special pans. He's just cleaning out the pan right now. These are the special pans specifically made for this camel dish, this camel stir fry. Oh, he's getting started right now. Okay. Oh, the fat goes in, ignited on fire. First meat in there, that's the camel hump. And all that fat melts the grease and oil of the camel. And that's one of the most flavorful parts of the camel as well. That's probably a strategic move though. Okay, next, I think that's the meat goes in. Meat and spleen, okay. Okay, green chilies go in. All of it, sure.
طلقل
The heart goes on next. Okay, so everything is strategically added at the right time because everything takes a different amount of time to cook properly. I'm gonna take a seat here. Oh man, and it's just the perfect atmosphere, the perfect cooking dish utensil. As you sit, it's a tabletop cooking method. Well, it's cooked and then you eat right off the table. And before your meal, you can enjoy the entire show, all the cooking process. Your mouth will just start to water with that freshness, that meaty aroma coming off that camel. This is a straight up camel steam room. Oh, I think this might be cooked, might be ready. Oh man, that smells good. Okay, we'll see, but the process is not over yet. Oh, we're getting kafta as well. Okay, and the kafta is lamb, it's not actually camel. So we'll get the lamb kafta. Oh, and the sujuk.
Yes.
What is the sujuk made from? Is it lamb as well, the sujuk?
Camel.
Oh, it's camel sujuk?
It is camel, like this.
Nice, okay. So it's camel, like camel sujuk, a camel sausage. Nice. So the kafta and the sujuk, those are gonna steam, kind of boil in the broth and the juices in the fat of that camel. Oh, he opened up that lid. That steam from the kafta and the sujuk is incredible. I'm bathing in meat steam. Oh man, I think he has to poke those sujuks so they don't explode from the pressure buildup, the juices expanding. Okay, and finally, the liver. Oh, that's one of the prizes of the camel as well. One of the favorite parts. The liver for breakfast. Oh, that's good. Scoot it off to the side and tomatoes go in. Okay, salt goes in, a secret blend of spices. Oh, smells like cumin, smells like kind of cinnamon as well. Tomatoes are starting to dissolve into that spice mixture with all the camel fat, melted camel fat in there as well. Okay. Oh, he scoots all that meat back in. Oh, all the bread goes into the center. It's absorbing all that flavor. Oh, that's gonna be incredible tasty. Oh man. Shukran. Ready? Okay, cool. So bread, which has been just steaming on the side of the pan. First bite has to be liver. I think that's liver right there. Those thin, he sliced it really thin. Liver.
To cook quickly.
Oh man. And you want to get some of those peppers, some of those tomatoes, and that juice. Oh. Oh man.
Yeah.
You absolutely taste the freshness of that liver. It actually has almost like a crunch to it. It's so fresh.
Yeah.
And then with those spices, maybe a little bit of cumin, maybe some coriander seed in there as well. The green chilies, the tomatoes, which have just been pureed into a sauce, and that camel fat melted down into that sauce. That's incredible. Oh man, that's a lot of meaty flavor in the morning. Let's move on to the next chunk here. Going, I think this is meat or kidney. Oh, I think that's kidney right there. Okay, and for this bite, I definitely need to dip it in the tahini. So Abanub, is almost every meat dipped in tahini in Egypt?
Yeah.
Yes?
We drink tahini like tea.
Tahini is omnipresent, especially with all kinds of meat. I think that was kidney that I got. Has a totally different taste, a bit of a chewier texture to it, or maybe heart. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. They're all kind of just melted and mingled together. That's the part of the fun of eating this dish. Is just all those organs are all sautéed and mixed together. Let's see, what else? Okay, I think that's spleen right there. Yeah, definitely a little more on the chewy side, the spleen. But that is great flavor. Oh yeah, you gotta chew well on that bite. I almost forgot to try the bread that he cooked into the oil of the camel. That's just been absorbing all of that sauce and meat juice. Oh man, yeah. And definitely I'll go right in the center, dig deep. I think that's a piece of liver. Excellent. Yeah. That bread adds even more flavor. And you feel the oils of the camel, that fat, that hump just kind of squeezing out between your teeth. And despite it being like really thick and oily and rich, ironically, or maybe not so ironically, it doesn't feel that like greasy going down. And I think that's because they say camel is a healthier meat, better cholesterol. And in this area of the world, the hump is known to be actually healthy fat. That's reassuring when you're eating it, that's for sure. I'm gonna try the sujuk now. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that sujuk. And then what you have to do though, is definitely just go to the bottom of that to scoop up all the fatty, oily camel juice, peppers and tomatoes. Oh, wow. The sujuk is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh man, the camel sausage of your dreams right there. I'm gonna try the kafta now, the lamb meatballs. Oh man, you wanna dig deep. All right, the kafta. Okay, that kafta is excellent too, but following eating that after the camel sujuk, camel sujuk is the top level. This is such an experience, such an incredible way. It's definitely a breakfast camel celebration in Egypt. Thank you, and it's an honor to meet the owner, El Sheikh Mohammed.
Sheikh Mohammed, تمام.
Shukran.
شكرا لك.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Shukran, shukran.
Thank you.
Shukran. Washing it down with some hot tea. Oh yeah, that's soothing. But that was just extraordinary, as fresh as you can get for breakfast in Cairo. From here, because we're not too far away from Giza, we're gonna go visit what is perhaps the most iconic historical site in the entire world. You probably already know what I'm talking about. So we made it to the Pyramids of Giza, monument, perhaps arguably the most iconic, the most monumental historical sites on Earth, dating back 4,500 years ago. Just mind-blowing history. It just doesn't get old to see the pyramids. I was here one other time about 15 years ago, but the majestic sight of the pyramids is just unbelievable. Pyramids were tombs of the pharaohs, and to this day, they remain mysterious about how they were built. There are many theories, but nothing is totally proved. And again, when you see the size and scale of each stone, it's just unbelievable how they were able to construct something of the size of the weight. So you often see the pyramids from far and see the overview of them, but then when you're here in person at the base of the pyramids, it is absolutely, again, mind-blowing, breathtaking. Something that always amazes me is just the scale on how big the stones are. Some of them weighing up to, I think, 15 tons. And the pyramids were built of 2.3 million rocks, and they're just massive. You feel tiny when you're at the base of the pyramids. It's unexplainable. And again, just to think that they are 4,500 years old. They were the tallest structures in the world for over almost 4,000 years, for 3,800 years. And one more interesting thing that you've got to know is that
originally, now you can see all the stones and you can see the big stones, but previously it was covered in limestone and it was smooth and polished. It was shining in the sun. So can you imagine a pyramid just with a smooth face the entire way up, just glistening in that Egyptian sun? Truly magical, majestic, beyond words. A place you absolutely have to visit.
We had a fantastic visit at the pyramids this afternoon, and now this evening we're at a place that's extremely popular to eat a dish. They're very famous for a dish which is called Hawawshi, one of my favorite Egyptian dishes, and this place is buzzing. You can just smell the sweet meat aroma, the onions filling the air. So this place is called Hawawshi El Rabea. We're gonna take a full tour, see what's going on. There's so much action, so many things happening. They have their own butchery. Everything is fresh. Oh man, again, extremely fresh meat, sliced on spot for the Hawawshi. So man, so much fresh meat. This is only one side of the restaurant. Come to the other side. Okay. And now we're at the Hawawshi station. Okay. Okay, inside is meat.
Welcome to Hawawshi El Rabea.
Thank you, shukran, shukran.
Hawawshi El Rabea.
Oh, okay. They're already putting on the show. So Hawawshi is a flatbread which is stuffed with a combination of meat and onions, maybe some spices. So the process is they take 10 minutes on the low heat. That's kind of just like toasting them. Then they transfer over to the hotter griddle and they cook for another 10 minutes to really crispify them up to brown that bread. Oh, the juggling, the Hawawshi juggling. And here they take it to an extreme sport. It's not just Hawawshi. They're like acrobats, they're performers. They do a whole entertaining performance of Hawawshi. This one is with the mozzarella. Okay. And that's gonna melt. Okay, 5 minutes. Oh, that's sujuk. Oh man, it's a mountain of sujuk. Okay. Okay, so he takes a spatula full, a trowel full, and it goes directly in. Oh, he just shovels it into the inside. Oh, this is with the melted cheese, yes. Oh, oh, the stretchiness, the strings of cheese melted into the meat and the crispy bread. Oh, with sujuk also. Oh, it doesn't end there. The sujuk goes into the meat side. Okay. The chefs here are absolute magicians of Hawawshi. They're like, it really is a sport, like frisbees, tossing frisbees in the air. Just their flipping skills are insane. They're also famous for another dish, one of the greatest, one of my favorite Egyptian dishes as well. Oh, garlic goes in. I think that's ghee, butter. Oh man, that fragrance of the garlic being sauteed is incredible. Okay. Oh, so that malakheya gets poured into the tajin, into the clay pot, but the garlic is still heating. The garlic butter. It is boiling, molten hot. Oh, and that goes directly onto the malakheya. Oh man, that garlic is perfectly browned and sizzling. And another dish, he's stir frying up some liver with butter right now, with some peppers, with some tomatoes in there. Liver with butter. Oh man, gosh, excellent. Oh, the flavor of the butter, that tenderness of the liver. Oh man, that melts in your mouth. Okay, so we're sitting down and the Hawawshi is here.
Hawawshi El Rabea.
Okay, but before we start eating, they're famous for the ملوخية.
نقول لعمي اللي ما كانش ربح حقه هيضيع وننزل بالشعار الجديد. قول لعم هنعمله شعار الأمة بتاعتنا.
Okay, shukran. Wow. By the time you're done eating here, you might know the El Rabea song. But yeah, they make you feel at home here with the performance, with the show. Everything is a theatrical performance with food. Oh man, that's
And the drink.
thick. And drink it quickly. Yeah. But before tasting the Hawawshi and the molokhia, let's try what they call halal whiskey. It's a spicy, like pickly looking beverage. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's delicious. A little spice, like a little bit salty and very herbaceous with the coriander with like cucumbers in there. Very refreshing at the same time. Okay, let's dig into the Hawawshi. I think I'll start with the minced meat with the sujuk on the inside. Oh man, oh that's fully loaded. All the meat is cooked, nestled inside of the bread with the sujuk. Oh wow, that meat is unbelievable. The sweetness of the onions, the acidity in there. I don't know if there's like a little bit of parsley or tomato in there, making it a little bit acidic. Maybe that's in the sujuk, but the meat is fatty, it's juicy. It just melts into that bread. And that bread has this incredible kind of like chewy texture because it's been cooked for so long on the slow heat, on the slow burner, so that it kind of cooks and bakes and crispifies all at the same time. Oh. Oh man. And with the tahini, that's like a foamy, a fluffier tahini. Oh, that takes it to the next level. This Hawawshi is unbelievable. Next version of Hawawshi, this one is cut pizza style into corners. Oh, with the melted mozzarella, with the minced beef on the inside. Oh, I'm gonna add some of these green chilies to it this time. So that's incredible too. I mean, the meat on the inside has almost turned to like a patty. It's been molded into the center of the bread with that stretchy mozzarella cheese. Oh man, I really like it with those green chilies cut up in there as well. That crunch, that spice. Man, that's, again, incredibly tasty. I still remember on my first visit to Egypt, eating Hawawshi, and I'll never forget it. Okay, next up to try the molokhia. Grab some bread. You can eat it with bread or rice. Make a scoop. So it's been fully stirred, the texture. Oh yeah, that's sticky. You make a little pocket in your bread. It just kind of slides right down your throat. That mucus-sludged texture that's slimy and so tasty. And it does have a little bit of a bitter taste. To me, almost a little bit of a green, earthy, almost a green tea, like slightly matcha taste as well. But it's so flavorful. Goes well with bread, and we gotta try it next with rice. Into the rice. I especially like it with the rice because it just coats every grain of rice. It kind of just like engulfs the rice with that sticky, slimy-ish taste from the molokhia. And then the final dish that we got here is the liver, which you can then add to your rice with the molokhia as well. So you add liver, then add it to the rice and the molokhia. Oh man. Oh, you taste that butter immediately. The liver, fried it, sauteed in that butter. And then again, that same stickiness of the molokhia, which is so good. With the rice, you can chase that with a bite of the salad as well. Cleanse your palate and then drink. Make sure you keep stirring it though, because it starts to, all the goodies fall to the bottom. And that's a complete experience. Yeah, food is outstanding. But again, this restaurant is dedicated to Hawawshi, and that's what they do best. Back in for another piece of the Hawawshi. I especially love that one with the sujuk. That's the king of Hawawshi right there. That's what everyone's here for. It's the perfect combination of minced meat, spices, maybe a bit of coriander seed in there, and then the flavor of that sujuk, that sausage, just powering it. Okay, and for my next bite, I'll try dipping it into the baba ganoush. Oh man. And then every bite must be chased by the juice. They're also well known for their pickled eggplant. Oh, and I am a lover of eggplant. That is top-notch eggplant. It's just so creamy. It's lightly pickled, so it has this vinegariness. You really taste the garlic in there. And almost like a fermented chili flavor to it as well. You are guaranteed an unbelievable theatrical performance when you eat there. And really, I think along with the food, it's all about the atmosphere, the show, the fun, and just all the friendly people that you'll meet when you're there. Okay, let's go to the next spot. Next up on this Egyptian food tour tonight, we are eating at a restaurant which is called Bebo, and they are legendary for serving the king of the tagines, cooked in the earthenware bowl. Okay, so we're jumping right into the tagines, which is one of the main attractions here at the restaurant. Oh man. Wow. Okay. Amazing. So right at the front of the restaurant is where you'll find the oven, which is one of the main things that you come here to eat, and the tagine, which is the Egyptian version of a ceramic clay pot filled with a variety of ingredients, especially onions, some spices, and especially a variety of meats, which are then cooked in the raging hot oven and boiled, and everything melts together. The aromas, you smell the sweetness of the onions in the air, the coriander seeds, and definitely the meaty aroma, everything from sheep to cow, and the way it just boils in its own juices, it just melts the fat. All the contents of that tagine are guaranteed to be ultra tender and melt in your mouth. This one is the Bebo?
Yeah,
The signature?
signature.
Okay. The Bebo.
Slice beef.
From the tagine station, we're moving now over to the other side of the kitchen. This is the fried meat station, and they put on another show. Whoa. Oh, grabs a handful of meat. Oh, just sliced meat, sprinkles it in. Oh, and that's melted. That's the sheep fat? Sheep fat. Wow, it goes up in a flame. Oh man, this place is just unbelievable. It's just a jacuzzi. That's not oil. That's melted sheep fat that he fries that meat in. It's just boiling like a geyser, igniting on fire. Oh, the oil spray, melted sheep fat. Oh, it's just spraying all over the place. Fried meat. Oh man, that's insane. Oh, more melted fat goes on. Oh, back in. Oh, with a smile on his face. Oh. Oh, I'm getting showered in melted sheep fat. Wow.
Bebo.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Roll.
Oh, wow.
عايز حاجة تاني؟
Oh, man. That sliced meat. You've got to be joking with me. That is. I just want that piece of meat to linger on my tongue forever. I want to tuck it away in my mouth so that flavor just keeps on giving. Oh, it's confit in that sheep fat, which just gives it an unbearable amount of flavor. Amazing. One kafta. Oh, a boiling kafta.
طلب يتحرق بقى كفاية؟ كفاية.
Oh man, look at the kafta. I feel an immediately like lip gloss on my lips from the fattiness of that. Oh, that's just like fattiness on top of fattiness. Oh, wow. Whoa. 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 Oh man, I think he singed the hairs. If I wasn't wearing a jacket, he would have definitely singed my hairs. Oh, melted ghee, garlic goes in. Oh man, that's so much ghee, so much garlic, and cooked perfectly so it doesn't burn just right at the last second. Oh, and that texture, you see the stickiness, the sliminess forming. Okay, and then that's gonna go into a tagine. Oh, nice pour. Oh, perfect. Okay. Here it comes. Oh, still boiling hot, straight from the oven to your table. It's oven to table cuisine. Oh yeah, this is the one. Okay, gotta start with this. I'm gonna do a lift up, see what's under that caramelized crust. Oh, the poof of steam. The onion, oh, that's like solid onions. And meat and tomatoes. Oh, that smells so good. It's like onion layers upon onion layers with spices, caramelized on the top, tomatoes, it's juicy, beef is folded in. Okay, I'll take some of the rice. And the method here is to take the rice, mix it with those caramelized onions. Rice with the onions and the beef. Look at the beef. That's just a big chunk of beef that's just ultra spoon tender. No knives needed. I gotta try those onions with the rice. Oh, wow. Oh man, those onions are insane. They have this almost acidic, pickly flavor to them, but then melted down, the sweetness is protruding, and they just melt and dissolve on your tongue. Oh, and you taste the meat juices. Okay, grab a piece of the beef with those onions again. Oh, wow. I can't even tell what I taste more of, the onions or the beef. The juice of the onions has just been absorbed into the muscle fibers of that beef. So when you bite down, literally like onion juice just squeezes out of it, squeezes out of the beef. That is so warming, so comforting, so meaty, so oniony. Okay, next up I'm gonna grab some of the mouthwatering. And again, he boiled the ghee with garlic, studded with coriander seeds, and then pours it into the mouthwatering. One of the great dishes of Egyptian cuisine. Into the rice, Oh, in fact, I'll add some more of that onion juice and onion sauce. Oh, and the onion juice at the bottom there. Mix it in with the rice, with the molokhia. Oh, I'm beginning to see how I could be totally addicted to molokhia and want to eat it with every single meal. The jute leaves, they have this addictive bitterness to it. I know why Egyptians love molokhia so much. It's just this flavor that can't be replicated, not only flavor, but texture. Okay, next up I'm gonna try, it's another tagine they're extremely famous for. Wait till let's see what is under this crust of caramelized goodies. Oh, the meat is falling off. This is oxtail. That's one of the most beautiful things about eating a tagine is taking, like, it has this seal on the top as it's baked. And then you poke your spoon in and you dig out the first bite and it just erupts with steam and that aroma. And that just makes your mouth instantly water. Okay, I think we should just take a bite out of this. Oh, wow, yeah, that's hot. Okay, I might need to spoon it into my mouth before it all just collapses in tenderness. Oh, that's hot. Oh, man. The onions, the pepper, the tomato in there. Let me get another bite of that meat. Oh, wow. The tail meat, the oxtail, just slides off the bone. The fattiness, the juiciness, the crispness of the onions. Almost like a bay leaf kind of flavor aroma to it as well. The spices are not overpowering, but they're kind of mellow and they just like really complement those onions and the meat, but don't overpower the flavor of the meat. Wow. That's extraordinary. Both of them, both the beef and the onions and the oxtail. Outstanding. And the molokhia. And on that bite, it would be appropriate to drink some more of the vegetable juice. A little spicy kick. The salty, sour, cucumbery, parsley, a little bit of red cabbage in here as well. So we have the fried meat, we have the fat, and nestled below the fried kofta. And fried liver too. Oh, look, when you squeeze it with your fingers, you could just see the fat squeezing out. Oh, the sheep fat. Yeah, that is an unbelievable meatiness in your mouth. The actual flavor of the meat itself. So those kofta, it's beef meat, but mixed with mutton or sheep fat, and then cooked in melted tail sheep fat. It was just layer upon layer of flavor. Some of the richest, most hearty, meaty meatballs you can eat on earth. The meat, plus you put a piece of the sheep fat, and then you gotta dip it in the tahina. Oh, that's a foamy tahina. With that sheep fat that just squeezes out, that again, it's layer upon layer. Braised in sheep fat with more sheep fat, tail fat. The meat, it's so moist. It's just like created this fat casing around the meat that's also absorbed and embedded into the fibers of every grain, of every muscle tissue. Yeah, your digestive system needs to be at like a high performance when you're eating here, just to burn all the richness. It's so rich. Oh, so the molokhia with the onions, with the beef, all mixed into your rice. This restaurant right here is worth visiting Cairo just to eat. It will just blow the taste buds off your tongue. Hey! Bebo! What a day, man, in Cairo. Thank you.
Told you, Cairo is the best at street food.
Oh man, yes.
Food at all, yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Avanub.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a day of straight up culinary theater in Cairo, but the food has been on the next level. People have been so friendly, and I'll have all the information in the description box below. Go check out the restaurants, and also be sure to subscribe. We're traveling around Egypt, eating some of the best Egyptian food. You're not gonna wanna miss any of the videos in this series. Thanks again for watching. Good night from Cairo.